So we are going to look at yesterday we got to Lofted and boundary boss. Then we will be looking at extruded cut, revolve cut, swept cut, and Lofted and boundary cut. Basically, is the opposite of the other. In this one is a boss, that is, it extrudes it or makes it a 3D by giving it a volume. This one basically takes it off. So the opposite of the other. So I'm hoping we finish fast so that we see each of them practice some. So we head to straight to our Solidworks. Let me start a new I select part. Okay. So we we are drawing in centimeters. We are drawing in centimeters. 2 centimeters. Then I select my plane. So I want to draw in the front plane. So I select the top. Sorry, I want to draw in the top plane. So I select the top plane. Right click. Then select sketch. So this is my sketching interface, like a sheet. Then from here we will be looking at lofted base and boundary base. So let me draw a sheet. So let me draw something like a rectangle. Okay, so let me draw a rectangle. Let me dimension it. Yesterday we did dimension. Dimension this side as, let me make it 10. Let me make this side 15. Let me make this side 15. So a perfect rectangle. Then I check it. Okay. So now it accepts that I've drawn a rectangle. So with lofted boss or base, you need sequence of plane. Planes are just like, as I said, the sheet that you draw on it. So the surface you want to draw. So I'll need multiple surfaces. So I come to this tab over here from the feature tab. Then I click on it. It gives me plane, axis, coordinate system, point, and mate reference. Each of these options or menu has a row that it is. So once I select plane, plane gives you the opportunity to select multiple surfaces to create multiple layers of sheets. Okay, so I click on my design tree, which is here. It drops down. The first plane that I drew on was on the top plane. So it asks me what the plane you are creating or you want to create, what reference do you want to make it to. So just like you have a sheet of paper, then you bring another sheet of paper. Okay, so now you are having two sheets and you are drawing on one of the sheets. So you are drawing on the first sheet and now you want to add the second sheet to it. So it's like you are trying to create another plane or surface for you to write on another sheet. So it's basically telling you what reference do you want to pick to create this. And to create a reference, you have to select a particular plane. If assuming this was a solid figure, I could have selected the surface of any solid figure and I would have created a plane. But since it's a sketch, I can select the default planes. So I'll select this default plane, which is the top plane. Once I select it, you see that it has automatically created this plane for me. This blue thing, this is the plane. Then in the drop down menu that shows up, it gives me the distance of this blue plane from this. And looking at this here, it is 3 centimeters. I can choose to reduce it to 1. I can choose to increase it to 2. I can choose to increase it to 3. Okay, so let me make it 2. Then what it does is it also gives you the ability to make multiple planes. Okay, so we are assuming I want 4. Okay, let me say 3. Let me make it 3. So it gives me 3 planes with reference to the first top plane. So now I have 3 planes over here, including the initial one will make it 4. Okay, so this is what we do. Assuming I wanted the plane to be at a certain angle or at a certain tilted to a certain angle or in a certain direction, I could give a second reference, then the plane will all of a sudden change the direction or it will be tilted to how I want it. But this, since I want it normal or as equal to the top plane, I maintain it like this. So now I have 3 planes. Okay. So now let me select OK over here. So now you see that I've gotten 3 planes. I have plane 1, plane 2, plane 3. Good. And this was my first plane. So let me make it visible. Show. So this was the first plane. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is it. Then let me select the first plane. Once I left click on it, I right click, then gives me the option to sketch. I'll click on sketch, immediately makes it normal to me. I want to draw something over here. I want to draw a circle. So let me draw a circle over here. So I move to my sketch, then select circle. Once the circle comes, I'm starting from the origin as my reference point. So I click and drag, then it pops up. I move on to my smart dimension, which changes the pointer to the smart dimension. Then I click around the edge of the circle. Then I click again. Then it asks me, how do I want to modify this? So I want to make it, let me make it 10. Once I hit 10, then I click on OK. So now you see that it has become darkened, which means that it is fully defined. Then I hit OK from here. Then I exit from that plane. Good. So you see that now the circle is on what? The plane 1, which is the second plane, counting from the top plane. So this is the plane that I created. Now let me move on to the second plane, which when counting from the down is the third plane. So I click on it, I right click, then I click on sketch. Automatically becomes normal for me to draw. So now let me draw a polygon. So I click on the polygon from the sketch. And now I want a 6-sided polygon. Or let me make it 8 octagon. So now change this to octagon. I click from the center and drag. I drag to the edge of this. Good. And then I move to smart dimension. I dimension the circle inside. Let me make it basically 10 as well. 10 here. Or let me make it 15 bigger. Then I dimension 1 inch. Let me make that. Okay, I can't dimension it. You can't see it. Undefined. So you see that still is not dark, it's blue. It means that it's not fully defined. So I want to add a relation. Yesterday I spoke about adding relation, which makes you drawing defined. So what I can do is I can click on the edge. I can exit from, right click and exit from dimension. So I come to select, which gives me my selection tool. Then I click on the edge here. Then I press Ctrl. Then click on the origin. At the same time, holding Ctrl. Then the properties or the relations tab pops up. It asks me, do I want to make this side horizontal, vertical, meaning these two sides being horizontal, or making this side vertical, that is, it moves to this side and becomes vertical. So I want it to be horizontal. So let me select horizontal. Immediately I select horizontal, you see that it automatically turns to black, which means that it is fully defined. And I click on OK. I'm done with this. Then I select OK and exit from this sketch. So now I've drawn. You can see that I've drawn 1, 2, 3. It's now left with the last plane. So let me select the last plane. Right click, then hit on sketch. Now let me make something like, let me make another rectangle again. So center rectangle. I hit at the center, the origin, and I click and drag. I can move it to this edge because I want it to be the same. Immediately I move it to the edge of the previous rectangle, it automatically adds a relationship to that. Then I select OK. So you can see that it's automatically darken or black, meaning it has added a relation to the previous rectangle that I drew. It has made this relation. This is the relation, which is a coincident relation. So if you point on it, it shows that it's a coincident relation. So now I've drawn on all the planes, right? The first one is a rectangle, the second one is a circle, the third one is an octagon, and the last one is another rectangle. And I hit on OK. So now I've fully drawn all the planes. Then I click on Lofted boss. Lofted boss. So it automatically picks the first plane. Let me clear this plane. Clear selection. Now let me select this. Let me click on this edge. So I've selected this. Let me click on this edge of the octagon, the edge of the octagon. No, the circle comes before. So I've selected the edge, the corner, the vertex of the rectangle. Now let me click on this circle. You see, it then becomes something like it gives you a preview of how it will look like. And then now let me move to the next one, the next edge. I click on this edge. Good. Then now it's becoming another shape. Now let me select the last rectangle. Good. So look at the shape it has given you. Something like a doorknob. A doorknob. Okay. So what the lofted boss does is that it's able to draw a complex shape by using sequences of planes. Okay, so sequence of planes. For example, if you are trying to draw a mouse, you cannot draw section a mouse and get how the outline will look like, because the mouse has a curved surface. Every section of it or every cut in the mouse has a different shape. Okay, it's very curved, and so when you try to use a single plane and use a revolve will give you something circular, but you can see that a mouse has a curved surface. So in that case, you have to use a boss, a lofted boss. So you select sequences of plane, then you draw each section small. You cut through this section, this is how it will look like. You cut another section, this is how it will look like. You cut another section, this is how it will look like. Then you join all these sections together. Okay, so now let me accept it. Okay. So let me hide the planes. Hide. Right click and select hide. then the last one, height. So this is what comes up. Okay. This is what comes up. Something like a doorknob. Good. So this is how you use the lofted boss. Now let me we'll use that same thing. So now let me make the planes visible. Let me make this one visible again. Visible, visible, visible. Then uh, let me delete. Let me edit this. Edit. I want to show us something. You see with lofted balls, when you click on this edge, you can basically drag it. You can drag this edge. That is, you can drag where the point will be. Maybe it will be here. Okay. You can, when you click on the edge, it doesn't give you any pop-up. I want us to differentiate between something. So let's look at it again. When I click on the edge, it doesn't give me any pop-up. Whether I can make it normal to another plane, or I can make it tilted or anything like that. So let me accept it. Now let me delete this lofted box. I'm deleting it. Yes. So now I've deleted it. Now I've come back to my origin. Now let me choose boundary box. Boundary box. Now let me see. It's just like the lofted box, but it gives you more options. So let me select here. Select the first plane. And I come and select the circle. Good. Then I come and select this edge. Good. Then I come and select this last edge. See, basically I've gotten the same thing. And you can all see it. You can see that I've gotten the same thing. Okay, the same thing, the same thing. But the difference between the two is that with this lofted box, I get a chance to change. I can make it directional vector. I can make it normal to a plane. See, once I selected normal to a plane, it has changed the shape. Let me make it now. You see how it looks like. When I make it normal to a plane, it has changed it. That's one difference. That's one difference. Good. So that's what the boundary gives you. The boundary gives you the ability to play around with it, normal to it. Sometimes if you don't do it well, everything just goes off. So it gives you the ability to play around with the shape you want to do. So let me accept. Okay. So this is basically a boundary. So now we've gone through the features menus or tools. You have the extrude, revolve, swept balls, lofted balls, boundary balls. And let's look at something. You see how each of these give us a shape. It will give you a solid figure. In the same way, we have the cut of this. The cut of this means that basically we want to create a cut in something. So let me maintain this same thing. Let me show you guys something. Now let me select another plane in this same drawing. Let me hide all the planes. Hide, hide. I select a plane, then I click on hide. Select it. I click left click and click on hide. Now let me draw something, and that will be at the center. So let me select the front plane. I I right click, then click on sketch. Okay, so now I want to draw something. Let me show you. Let me draw a shape, a normal shape. Let's see something. So it's a rectangle. Let me dimension it this as 1 dimension. Let me make it 8. So once you click it, you click the edge and click outside, you modify it. So I click outside, it gives me modify. Let me make this 2. Good. So you see, initially we did the extruded boss. Now I'm going to use extruded cut. Okay, let's look at what extruded cut gives us. So you see that it's trying to do what we did previously, the same thing, but this time around let's look at how it becomes. So if it was a normal extruded boss, it will become a solid figure. So let me accept okay. See that now it has created a hole in it. It has created a hole in the figure. It has created a hole in it. Good. Assuming I had gone to choose the extruded boss, let me delete the feature. Yes. Now the sketch is still there, so let me select the sketch. I select the sketch, then hit on extruded boss. Let me make it 10. No, let me make it 5. No, let me make it 4. Just like previous how it looks like. Accept. Okay. So once I accept, you see that now it didn't become a shape. Now it has become it didn't become a hole, it has become a shape on top of it. Because the shape has been extruded to get this figure, which has now merged with the knob that I have created. Do you get me? Good. Now this same drawing. Now let me change it again. Let me delete it. Let me delete it. Yes. Now let me choose revolve cut. You see we have revolve balls. Revolve balls lets the whole thing spin. Now let's see what revolve cut will do. Click on revolve cut. Then it asks me select a plane or sketch. I'm sketching this, so I select the sketch. Then automatically select the sketch and ask me what axis of revolution do I want to use. So I just choose this axis. So once I choose this axis, look at what it has created. It has created a circle. I can choose to delete this axis. Then choose this axis. Let's see what it becomes. It becomes anti-circular. Let me accept it and let's see how it becomes. So I'm able to create this feature because it will result in zero thickness. Okay. This is some of the errors that Solidworks can give you. It means that the extruded cut is giving it an error. So it means that you must find a way to go about it. Either you change it or you do it in another way. So now let me change the axis. Let me clear this axis. And let me choose this axis. Let me accept it. Good. See that now it has created another hole. Just like how the extruded cut created a rectangular hole. But this one, it has revolved it. It has spun this shape to create a circular hole using this edge as the axis of rotation. You get what I'm trying to do? So this is how the extruded cut and the revolve cut works. You create a sketch. Then if it's revolve, you select an axis you want it to revolve. If it's extruded cut, it automatically extrude that very sketch and it creates that shape you want it to create. If it's a cut, it will just cut it off. But if it's not a cut, it will still be the same. Good. So now let me start a new thing. Now we want to move on to whole wizard. Okay, whole wizard. So let me come to sketch new part is selected. Okay. So now we will be drawing something like should I say a screw? yes, a screw. So let me select top plane, sketch. A screw is basically a cylindrical metal which has thread on its surface and is used for fastening objects together. So I choose a plane, top plane. Always remember your unit. I'm drawing in centimeters. Let me select circle. Let me draw a circle. Okay. Let me smart dimension the circle. 2.5. The diameter is 2.5. 2.5. Good. 2.5 is created. It's fully black because I drew from the origin, which is fully defined. And I select extrude. So let me extrude it. If the extrusion, the direction is going, you don't want it to go up but down, you can flip it from this side. So I click and flip it down. And I make it 10 centimeters long. And I accept OK. So now I get my cylindrical surface. Good. Then I hit to hole wizard. When I click hole wizard, you have hole wizard, you have advanced hole, you have thread, you have stored. So let me select stored. Okay. No, let me select thread. Let me select thread. There's a menu that gives you info. So now the thread menu is open. It then asks me where the first thing that asks is what's the edge of the cylinder. So you can see that my edge is here. So I select this edge. Immediately I select the edge, it gives me a, an outline on how it will look like. So you can see that it's like the pink lines. The pink lines are how the thread will be created. Then it asks the end condition. It asks that what length do I want to make the thread. I can choose to increase it. See, as I increase it, is increasing the thread. Good. I can choose to decrease it from here. So that's the end condition. Then it asks you what's the specification of your thread. If you study on how threads are made, you have standardization, you have inch tap. Inch tap means that it's tapered at the edge. It's needle-like at the edge. You can choose to use metric die or metric tap. Okay, so so an inch is American unit of measurement, inches, and metric is a normal SI unit, metric unit of measurement. So this is the metric. Then SPSS4 is also another specification. There are a lot of them. So sometimes you would have to read on them, make further research on the type of specification you want to use. So for ours, let's maintain the inch die. Then it asks you what is the standard size. You have 1024, you have 1032, a whole lot of them. But we will maintain the same 1024. Then it asks again, do you want the thread to be cut? That is, it will cut the thread inside or extruded thread. Extruded thread means that it will come on the surface. It will come on the surface. So with you leave everything just as how it is. you leave everything just as how it is, then you click on OK. So this, depending on your space, you see that it took time to load. Sometimes if your machine's capacity is very low, it will really take up a lot of memory space. To really take up a lot of memory space. So you can see that you have created a thread that is a screw. If you look closely, you can see it. Let's look at the edges. So gradually we are learning. Let's look at the edges of the screw. Let's look at the edges of the screw. Looking at this, I don't want it to be like this. I don't want it to be like this. So let me make some changes. You can see that if you are screwing it, once it starts screwing, it will hit this edge. But for screws, this edge is not supposed to be there. So I can right click and click edit. So once I right click, we have something we call offset. So I click offset here, and it asks me how do I want to make the offset. Offset means you are trying to you are maintaining the same sketch, but you want to increase the reference it has. That is, you want to just change it from that surface to another surface. That's basically how I can explain it. So once I click offset in the opposite direction, you see that initially it was supposed to be at the edge. Okay, let me untick the offset again. You see that it's at the edge. And once I hit offset moves it away from this edge, and it gives me a certain distance. I can choose to increase the offset distance. This is what the offset means. Okay, so it's basically maintaining the same thing but moving it a certain distance from my reference point. Now I want it to be maintained, but I'll flip it to the other side. So it's still with the offset maintained, and I click OK. See, it's taking time to load. It's taking time to load. And I've fully gotten my offset. So now this is my thread. Now let me create a hexagonal surface here. So once I'm done with my drawing, I can hit on the surface, click on the surface. I click on the surface. I want to go over there. I right click. Once I click on the surface, this pop-up shows up. Then I click on sketch. I want to draw an octagon. So now let me draw an octagon. I hit on sketch. Click on this. Let me make it 3. Right click, then move from the dimension. I click on this, then I press Ctrl, then I click on the origin. As I click on the 2, then I make it horizontal. Automatically becomes fully defined. So this is what I'm doing. Then now let me select extrude. Click on extrude. Now I don't want it to go the opposite, this direction, but opposite. Then let me reduce the thickness. Okay, so I've reduced the thickness to this, to 1 centimeter. Then I click accept. It's taking time to load. Good. So now I have my thread or screw here. Okay, so I have my display here. So basically this is something that you can easily do in SolidWorks. Emily, please. Oh guys, this is a very great opportunity for you to learn. I tell you, the demand for this is really increasing in Ghana. If you can do CAD modeling, CAD design, you get a lot of opportunities. So take a very good advantage of it. There are very limited people. It's a booming industry. So once you get the chance to have this opportunity, take a very good advantage of it. It takes practice. You can't just use a single day or 1 week to get it. You have to practice over and over and over again. Once you develop the love for it, I tell you, you can do a whole lot of things. This is just a simple thread I've created. A simple thread. So this is the whole reason. It might be that your thread that you want to create is not an external thread, it can be an internal thread. Okay, you can choose to change it depending on the menu and the option you choose. You can also, if it's a solid figure or let's say rectangular block and you want to create holes inside. So let me do that one very quick. The whole wizard. So let me hit new. I'm creating a rectangular block. So top plane, sketch, rectangle, drawing in centimeters, small dimensions, yes. And I hit 10, enter, 18, enter. Then I extrude it, reverse, I extrude it 10. Then I accept it. So I get this block. So now let me select this surface and sketch on this surface. Okay. Choose a center rectangle. Then I draw a rectangle to the edge. Okay. Then I click on smart dimension. Dimension from here to here. Make it 1. Then I make here to here. Make it 1. Good. I accept it. So what I can do is I can select this edge. Then I can change it to for construction. Select this edge to for construction. Select this edge for construction. And I select this edge for construction. So what happens is it automatically is no more a rectangle by the constructional lines, meaning short dashes. So it's not a plain line. Then I hit to full wizard. I exit from that screen. So let me exit. Once I exit, the whole wizard comes. So once the whole wizard comes, then I select the whole wizard. Okay. So once you come to whole wizard, you see that you have different types of holes. We have counter bore hole. We have counter sink. We have hole. We have like different types of hole. So let me select let me select, let's see, the first one. Okay, once I select the first one, then it asks what standard do I want to use. Bending head. You can ask for the size of the hole. So let me make it #1 and see. So if you want to use this type of hole, it means that you have to make your research, know your specification you want to use. Okay, know your specification you want to use. You choose your specification. Now once you choose your specification, then you go to position. Then it asks you select the face for the hole or slot for it to take place. So I can click this side. So select here. Comment. Okay, I'm going to 3D sketch. So I hit on 3D sketch. Then I point it to my first corner 1, second one here 2, 3. I'm basically creating the hole so that we all see. Let me put another one at the center. Why is the center now? Okay, it has worked. So it's showing how it will look like. Then once I'm done with it, I can click on okay. Good. So you can see that it has created the hole for me. It has created the hole, the standard hole that I choose. It's a very small hole. Okay, it has created the hole for me. It has created a hole on the surface for me. So this is how you use the hole wizard. Okay, so I'll just once I make the recording available, when you get to a particular side of it, you can pause. You should pause it, then try and do it and replicate what I did. Okay, replicate what I did. So this is how it looks like. Good. This is how it looks like. Good. Then let me hit on this one, then we will be done for today. Our time is up. The next one is fillet. Okay, when we talk of fillet, let me show you how it works. Fillet. I click on fillet. I select fillet. It asks me, you have different types of fillet. You have a constant size fillet. We have variable size fillet. You have face fillet. You have full round fillet. You see, sometimes a rectangular bar. You see, it's rectangular, but the edges are not like this. If you see that they've filleted the edges, they've made the edges very round a bit. So let me show you a typical example. Once I click here, let me show you. Let me click another one here. Let me click another one here. Let me click another one here. Let me reduce the size to 0.3. Let's see. Good. Let me accept it. You see that now the edges are no more how it look like. Now you can see that it has been filleted. We call it fillet. The fillet has been applied to it. You have the same thing, which is also called chamfer, which is down here. So let me show you how the chamfer looks like. It's normally used in chisels. Chisels that are used by welders, those who work at the machine shop, they use chisel. So let me select this edge. So this one we have different types of it. It can ask you to select the surface. So this one is for surfaces. I can select this surface, then select this surface, or I can clear it, then I can select this surface. So let me select this one is angle distance. This one is okay. So let me come for partial preview, full preview. No, I don't want the surface clear. I want an edge. So let me select this edge. Okay, now let me make it 0.5. You could see this thing is not showing. Let me accept it and see something. I cannot build a chamfer due to geometric conditions. So let me make it 0.1. Good. See, once I, based on the dimension you use, it really affects it. 0.1. It's showing me how it will look like. Take notice of how it was before. Now let me accept it. Okay. So you can see that with this, it has changed. I don't know if you can see it. There's no more two rectangles meeting together, but the edge has been chamfered. Let me compare this with another one like this. You see this, you can see the edges meeting together. But this place, the edges are not like that. Okay, the edges have been chamfered. So this is what we call chamfer. It's used in machines basically to make the edges more Rex prone. For example, if the edge of a bar is like this, when someone hits the head against it, it can cause more damage than when it is rounded. When it's rounded, the damage it will cause will be less as compared to this sharp edge. Sometimes if you don't even pick it, can even make a cut on the skin. So you can choose to make it round. So this is how fillet looks like, and this is how chamfer looks like. The chamfer is down here. Now let me talk about shell. Let me see what we said we'll talk about today. If shell is part. Okay, so day 3. Okay, so shell is not part of day 3. So far it means we have really covered a lot today. We've covered a lot today. Tomorrow we'll look at making patterns, rib, shell we can follow. For now, we are done for today.